All right, so today we are going to learn how to write a system of equations. Don't forget, system just means more than one equation, and we're not going to solve them. So remember the pizza and drinks with Bob and Pat? Well, pizza stood for P and drinks stood for D. So we technically have actually already written system of equations, but now that's what we're gonna focus on. Okay, so here's our first problem. At an amusement park, the cost of 3 adult tickets and 4 children's tickets is $126.50. Another customer paid $120.50 for 2 adult tickets and 5 children's tickets. So I always like to go ahead and underline the stuff that's important. So we have 3 adult tickets, we have 4 children's tickets, and that cost is this. So you're usually going to have two different situations. So the first situation is the first person bought this many tickets, or sorry, the first person bought 3 adult tickets and 4 children's tickets for this. Then the second person, so the second person, that's kind of our second situation. 2 adult tickets, 5 children's tickets, and that cost, oh, well, it's not back here. It's okay. They just put it at the beginning, not a big deal. So in our Bob and Pat scenario, remember pizza, we put a P. So on this one, we have 3 adult tickets. So we are going to write 3A. Technically, you can use whatever variable you would like, but I think it's the easiest just to use the letter that you're talking about. So A stands for adults, and then 4 children, so that would be plus 4C, which is children. So if we take 3 adult tickets plus 4 children tickets, that's going to equal 126.50. So when you are writing equations, you do not include the dollar sign. You're never going to have a dollar sign in an equation. Okay, so let's go ahead and write the second one. So the second one is 2 adults, so 2A, and then plus 5 children, so plus 5C equals 120.50. And that is our system of equations. So system, we have more than one equation, and we used all of the information that we were given. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, let's just go ahead and do number 2. So Ricky has a prepaid cell phone. I don't even think those exist anymore. No, actually, they probably do. Ricky has a prepaid cell phone. Last week, Ricky made 4 calls and sent 20 text messages, which cost him $4. This week, he made 10 calls and sent 5 text messages, which costs him $5.50. So we have two situations. The first situation is last week. The next one is this week. So let's write an equation with the first situation. So Ricky made 4 calls. So 4 calls and 20 text messages, and that costs $4. And the next week he made 10 calls and 5 text messages, which costs him $5.50. So we just need to write equations for this. So the first one, 4, I'm just going to do C for calls. So 4 calls and 20 text messages. So I'm just going to say plus 20T for text messages equals $4. Okay, I'm going to let you fill in the next one. Okay, number 3 is very similar. 4 is similar. 4 is the same as pizza and drinks, but now it's talking about hot dogs and burgers. Okay, so let's look at 5. 5 is a little different. So it says Mr. Newman bought 8 tickets to a chili supper. He spent a total of $30. He bought a combination of adult tickets and child tickets. So in the first problem that we did, we had adult and children tickets. In number 2, we had calls and texts. Number 4, we have burgers and hot dogs. In this one, you have to figure out what 2 things are we talking about. So there are 2 things that are similar. So here we had 2 food items. So we had burgers and hot dogs. The first one, we had 2 types of tickets. So here, what do we have 2 of? Well, you can't, there's only one chili supper. Oh, we have adult tickets and we have child tickets. So those are the 2 things that we're looking at. So we have adult tickets. So we're going to have an A for a variable, and we're going to have children tickets. Okay, so the reason this one's different, you don't really have the 2 situations. It kind of takes your 2 situations and it combines them together. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to circle or underline the numbers. So we have 8 tickets. We have $30. He bought a combination of adult tickets. Adult tickets are $5. Children tickets are $3. Okay, so we know he bought a total of 8 tickets. So we know that he has a total of 8 tickets. What 2 things are you adding together to get 8 tickets? Well, you're adding together your adult tickets plus your child ticket. So if you have adult plus child, you have 8 tickets. Then you know we spent a total of $30. So we have something that's going to equal $30. So a lot of students will just put 5 plus 3 equals 30 because it's $5, $3 should equal $30. But that doesn't quite make sense. We need to put our variables in here. So $5 is talking about your adult ticket, so you're going to have 5A. 3 is talking about the cost of your child ticket, so it's 3C. If you're wondering how I knew to put the 8 and the 30 here, this is where your totals will be. So whether you're talking about money, your number of tickets, these are just going to be what your totals are. Okay, so let's try number 6. Actually, I'm going to skip 6. You can do that one on your own. Let's do number 7. Okay, the Country Buffet restaurant has tables that seat 6 people and booths that can seat 4 people. The restaurant has 38 seating units for a total of 188 people. So this one, again, you don't have the 2 situations like you did on the top, but we are given 2 totals. So we have a total of 188 people. We also have a total of 38 seating units. So let's start with this 38. So what kind of seating units can we have? Well, we can have tables or we can have booths. So we have booths and we have tables. And we have 38 seating units. So that must mean that our booth plus our table equal 38. Okay, the other total that we have is 188 people. Well, we know the variables we're going to use are B and T. But if you take booths plus tables, you're not going to get the number of people. We still have to do something with the number of people that can fit at a booth. Oh, that can fit at a table, and that can fit at a booth. So 4 people can fit at a booth, and 6 people can fit at a table. Okay, so for the rest of your homework, you need to finish number 2. You need to do 3 and 4 and 6. So you have 2, 3, 4, and 6. Make sure you're not solving, you are just writing the equations.